I'm Susan. It's been a while since I've done any sort of tutorial, so basically what I want to go over is a really easy and user-friendly way to get into covering your eyebrows. Now there's the full get rid of the whole caterpillar, but if you need something simple, this is how you do a half brow coverage. You need the Elmer's Purple Glue Stick. Has to be the washable one because you don't want to put permanent glue in your friggin' eyebrow hairs, especially if you want to keep them. So what you want to do, take your little glue stick, and I like to look at where my eyebrow is, and you don't need to cover this whole thing with glue. I find the middle point where it goes from the main piece into the tail piece, and you want to cover all of this and a little bit of that. So what you're going to want to do is just really go at it, just back and forth, zigzag back and forth. Just get glue in there. It's going to look something like that. After that, you want to lay the hairs properly. So what you want to do is run the little makeup spoolie back, and this is a little mascara wand. You can get one from an old mascara and just wash the absolute hell out of it. I just got this one from my makeup kit, which I like, and it's good. So you want to brush the hairs backwards, and then you want to brush them forwards just so that the glue is on both sides of the hair. I learned this trick the hard way when I did a queen's makeup for a stage show, and her whole eyebrow fell off because I had only put it on the top part and not on the underside, and the eyebrow just dropped into her lap, and my dignity dropped into my lap because I had a makeup credit on that show, and I was just like Anyway, after you brush the hair back and then brush it forward, you just want to take the glue stick and put some more going with the direction of the hair. And don't worry about trying to find an adequate place to stop on the interior of the brow. That's not all that important. And just with my pinky, I'm just gonna wipe off the outer perimeter of where eyebrow is, because you don't want to have more glue on than you need, because the glue, even though it's getting rid of the texture of your eyebrows, it's still adding texture. Especially in the beginning, your eyebrows are probably going to look a little bit oatmeal-y, and that's a part of learning. And we're just going to do it on the other side now. This video is sponsored by Skittles. I'm hungry, I want to snack! We're just gonna wait until that glue is mostly dry, and we're gonna go in for a second layer. And you just kind of want to go with the direction of the hairs, making sure that you get underneath the brow too. And it's just a part of learning muscle memory at a certain point. I'm so gross, I'm eating in front of you. I am so sorry. Now the reason we're doing the half brows is because I find the hardest hairs to cover are those in the middle. These hairs tend to be a little bit wispier, a little less dense, and they're gonna lay down easier. And in addition, we're going to oh, finally. In addition, what's useful about this brow, the half cover, is that you can use the shape of the glue and the eyebrow part here to draw the eyebrow that you want to have. And you're going to have, if not perfectly symmetrical eyebrows, extremely close. So I have the 2 layers of glue down, the first one from the back and then the 4th layer, and then the 2nd layer over that. Now we're gonna go in, we're gonna do layer number 3. The glue is just about dry enough for that. So we're doing our 4th layer of glue here. And by the way, you should do either 5 or 6 layers of the glue. And mind you, you could probably even start like foundationing or doing other parts of your makeup while you're doing your eyebrow gluing, but I genuinely just like sitting here gluing my eyebrows and being patient and having a good time. You're gonna need a powder. I'm gonna do a translucent powder. This one is a L'Oreal Paris. You can get it from a store. I probably got it from Walmart at some point. I'm just gonna take like a fluffy brush, take the powder, dab the brush, and then so it's not like caked on, because you don't want to like cake it on, you just want to like brush it on gently and smoothly. I just give it a tap back into the container so that the hard pieces break off and it's just like a fine dust. And you just want to cover the glue while it's still sticky. Now normally I use a Ben Nye Clown White powder, setting powder, because it has a lot of white pigment, but that is more of a niche product and I don't think that that would be fair for a tutorial meant for someone who's just starting out and probably isn't going out and buying specific clown makeup. But if you do happen to have Ben Nye Clown White setting powder, you should also get the Ben Nye Clown White foundation, because that setting powder is for that foundation, and they're both super white pigmented and they're fantastic and they last, well, that Clown White lasts for freaking ever. And we're just going to take one more layer of glue and just, and that's how you get the base of that one. I know I shouldn't be breaking out specific products, but we're going to be breaking out Sugar Pills Flame Point. It is a vegan eyeshadow, doesn't test on animals, and it has pigment. It is pigmented to high hell. So we're just gonna take a little fluffy brush and just pat the color into the slightly sticky eyebrow glue. And you don't want to like go too heavy with the product, because right now we are just trying to be gentle and we're just trying to take away the color, because the color comes through. You're using an orange because what you want to do is you're trying to negate the blues in the hair. Dark hair kind of has like a bluish hue, and what you want to do to color correct that away is get something with like a strong orange hue, which is orange. After that, we're going to foundation over this mess. And we're going to see how it looks. So I'm just going to a little bit more of this on. I'm going to be a little bit more generous with this. Just going to be gentle, not trying to move anything around. And bam, we look like a weirdo, which is exactly what we wanted. Now, next step I usually do is I map out my eyebrows. What we're going to take is I'm just going to use this brown eyeliner pencil. Oh, actually it's a lip liner pencil. Fun. I'm just going to take this, and starting from the natural brow, you just want to fill it in. And you're just going to try, what I usually do to get a very consistent eyebrow that always looks good is I just look where the glue is and I put that line above it. And so I start with the tail, and I start with the tail. Now, because we're doing the eyebrows so early in the process, we already know that we need to redo them later. So this is just so that we know how to lay our eye makeup. So just putting down the eyebrow just to get the shape done. And there we go. Our eyebrows are mapped. We're going to go over them with more detail later, but that is the basic idea behind it. And I hope you got something out of this. If this gets any sort of like positive reaction, even a little bit, I'll make another one. There's a method to this madness. This is gonna make sense later, but hope you learned something. I'm glad if you watched all this, then props to you. You're doing a great job. Bye.